At my son's Ohio wedding, his bride humiliated my wife in the mud, but she never saw the attorney folder in my car. 300 guests watched Brittany push Diane off the patio. It was an accident first. My wife's heel caught her wedding train. Diane turned to apologize. Brittany shoved her anyway. Both hands. Hard. Diane hit the mud in her silver dress. The whole yard went silent. I waited for my son to help his mother up. Aaron didn't move. He wrapped his arm around Brittany's waist. He laughed. I set my coffee down. I walked through the crowd. Nobody said a word. I knelt in the mud next to my wife. I wiped her face with my handkerchief. I helped her up. I told her to wait in the car. Then I walked to the stage. The band stopped when they saw my face. I took the microphone. Aaron, I said, your mother apologizes for dirtying the dress. I pulled out an envelope. Inside was a check for $150,000. Their wedding gift, their down payment. I'm canceling this, I said. I tore it in half, then in quarters. I let the pieces fall on the stage. 300 people didn't breathe. Aaron grabbed the mic out of my hand. Keep your pathetic money, old man, he said. Vincent's making me a full partner at Gallagher Imports Monday. We don't need you. He put his arm around Brittany. The Gallagher side clapped. I walked out. I didn't argue. I drove my muddy, weeping wife home in silence. But my son had just made a mistake he didn't understand. Aaron thinks I'm a supply chain manager. He thinks we're comfortable, nothing more. He rolls his eyes at our house. He mocks my 10-year-old car. He doesn't know I own the land Gallagher Imports leases. I own the buildings. I've spent 40 years building an empire and hiding it from my own son, so he'd learn to work for something instead of expecting it. And Vincent Gallagher isn't a titan of industry. He's 3 years into secret bankruptcy. He doesn't have $2 to rub together, let alone the millions a real partnership buy-in requires. So if Vincent's broke and Aaron's broke, how did my son just buy his way into that company? I put Diane to bed. I sat in my office. I called Pierce, my attorney, at midnight. I need a forensic audit, I told him. Everything Aaron's touched in the last 6 months. Pierce called back at 2 a.m. His voice was flat. 5 weeks ago, he said, Diane had gallbladder surgery. She was on heavy painkillers. Aaron sat with her for 2 hours while you stepped out. My chest went cold. He brought a notary into her hospital room, Pierce said. Told her it was routine medical paperwork. Told her not to worry about the fine print. She signed. What did she sign? A durable power of attorney. Full control over her assets. I couldn't speak. He used it, Pierce said. He transferred the deed to your lake house to Vincent Gallagher. Used it as collateral for a $500,000 loan to save Gallagher Imports. The lake house. 30 years of summers. Aaron learning to fish off that dock. There's a second piece of collateral on the loan, Pierce said. Your primary residence. The house Diane's sleeping in right now. I looked down the hallway at our bedroom door. My son had drugged his mother's judgment, forged her signature, and put a lien on the roof over her head to buy a seat at a dead man's table. I could end this tonight. One phone call voids the power of attorney, freezes the loan, and buries Vincent. But it also hands federal prosecutors my son's name on a forged interstate loan document. Wire fraud. Elder financial exploitation. 15 years. Easy. I sat in the dark and thought about Aaron laughing while his mother sat in the mud. Then I opened my ledger, found the one clause in that mortgage nobody had ever bothered to read, the one that made the entire loan collapse the instant that deed changed hands, and I picked up the phone to call Pierce back. Don't freeze anything yet, I said. Let them file the transfer first. I want them to walk into it themselves. Full story on channel, link below.